You have cancer right now. Not maybe, not probably, right now. Cells inside your body are mutating and trying to turn into tumors as you watch this video. But you are not dying. You are sitting here perfectly fine because something inside you is hunting those broken cells down and killing them before they spread. And that is just one thing your body is doing right now without telling you. There are hundreds more. Things so impossible that if I told a scientist 200 years ago what is happening inside your chest right now, he would call me insane. But every single thing I am about to tell you is proven. Every single thing is documented. And by the time this video ends, you will not believe that you have been walking around in this machine your whole life and never once understood what it is actually doing. Stay with me. This is going to change how you see yourself forever. Let's start with something you just did without thinking. You blinked. Sounds boring, right? But here's what actually happened in that tiny moment. Your brain fired an electrical signal down a nerve at 270 miles per hour. Your eyelid muscles slammed shut in 1/3 of a second. A thin layer of tears washed across your eyeball, killing bacteria and clearing dust particles. And then your brain did something no camera on Earth can do. It edited out the darkness. You never saw black. Your vision stayed smooth and clean like nothing happened. You do this about 28,000 times every single day, and your brain erases every single blackout perfectly, every time. Hollywood studios spend millions of dollars trying to make seamless cuts in movies. Your brain does it for free 28,000 times before you even eat dinner. If this kind of stuff amazes you, hit that subscribe button right now because I break down the science of how your body actually works in a way that is simple and real. No fluff, no nonsense, just facts that will blow your mind. Now let's talk about the thing beating in your chest right now, your heart. Most people call it a pump, but calling your heart a pump is like calling the ocean a puddle. Your heart beats about 100,000 times every single day. It pushes roughly 2,000 gallons of blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels. That is enough tubing to wrap around the entire Earth 2.5 times. And it does this without stopping, without resting, without a single day off for 80 years straight. No engine built by any human being in history comes close to this. The best car engine ever made will break down after a few 100,000 miles. Your heart will beat 3 billion times in your lifetime and never once ask for a break. But here is the part that will really make you stop and think. Your heart makes its own electricity. It has a tiny built-in power source called the sinoatrial node. Even if you cut every single nerve connected to the heart, it keeps beating. Take it completely out of the body and place it in a dish of warm salt water, it still beats. Your heart does not need your brain to stay alive. It runs on its own power. You are carrying a self-powered engine inside your ribs and you never even knew it. Now move down to your stomach. You ate something today. Maybe rice, maybe bread, maybe a piece of chicken. Whatever it was, your stomach is currently melting it in acid strong enough to eat through metal. Your stomach acid has a pH of about 1.5 to 2. That is more powerful than battery acid. If you poured your own stomach acid on a wooden table, it would burn a hole right through it. So why does it not burn through you? Because your stomach lining rebuilds itself every 3 to 4 days. Your body is so smart, it constructs a brand new wall before the old one gets destroyed. You are not the same body you were last week. You are a fresh copy. Updated and replaced, piece by piece, like a ship that swaps every single plank while still sailing across the ocean. Drop a comment right now and tell me, did you know your stomach acid is stronger than battery acid? I want to see how many people had no idea. Now let's go deeper into your blood. Right now, you have about 25 trillion red blood cells moving through your body, each one carrying oxygen from your lungs to your brain and muscles. These cells are so tiny that 3,000 of them side by side would barely stretch across the head of a pen. And your body creates 2 million new ones every single second, not every minute, every second. In the time it took me to say that one sentence, your bone marrow just built around 10 million brand new red blood cells from nothing. No factory on this planet runs this fast, and yours never shuts down. But making blood is only half the job. Now let's talk about your defense system. You are under attack right now. Bacteria are pushing against your skin. Viruses are floating in the air you are breathing. Parasites are sitting on surfaces you touched today. And yet, most of the time, you feel completely fine. Why? Because your immune system is a military force so advanced, it makes every army on Earth look like toys. Your body has a type of white blood cell called a neutrophil. When bacteria breaks through your skin, the neutrophil gets a chemical alarm signal. It rushes to the damage site. It wraps itself around the invader and swallows it whole. Then it kills itself. It dies so you can live. That yellowish liquid you see in a cut, that is pus. And pus is literally a graveyard filled with neutrophils that gave their lives to protect you. You have soldiers inside your body that will destroy themselves to keep you safe. And they do it millions of times a day while you sit there scrolling your phone. But your immune system is not just muscle, it has a brain of its own. When a virus attacks you, your body builds something called memory B cells. These cells memorize exactly what that virus looked like. They store the blueprint forever. And if that same virus shows up again, even 20 or 30 years later, your immune system spots it instantly and wipes it out before you feel a single symptom. You have a biological library inside you that records every single threat you have ever faced. No computer database anywhere on this planet is this fast, this accurate, and this reliable for this long. If you are still watching, you are clearly someone who wants to understand how things really work. Share this video with one person who needs to hear this. Just one. That is all I ask. Now let's talk about the organ running this entire show, your brain. You have about 86 billion neurons sitting in your skull. Each one of those neurons can connect to 10,000 other neurons. That gives you roughly 100 trillion connections happening inside your head right now. Let me put that in perspective for you. The Milky Way galaxy has about 200 billion stars. Your brain has 500 times more connections than the galaxy has stars. And unlike any computer ever built, your brain rewires itself in real time. Every time you learn something new, a connection gets stronger. Every time you practice a skill, the pathway gets faster. Your brain is not a hard drive. It is a living, breathing, growing network that reshapes itself based on what you do and think every single day. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, and no artificial intelligence on Earth can truly do what your brain does naturally. But maybe the most impossible thing your body does is something you will never see or feel. Right now, inside almost every one of your 37 trillion cells, there is a complete copy of your DNA. If you took the DNA from just one cell and stretched it out straight, it would be about 6 feet long. Now multiply that by 37 trillion cells. The total length of DNA packed inside your body right now is roughly twice the diameter of the entire solar system. And every single time a cell divides, your body copies all of that code almost perfectly in just 6 to 8 hours. The error rate is about 1 mistake per billion letters. The best human typist alive cannot type a single page without making a mistake. Your body copies a code that reaches across the solar system with 99.9999999% accuracy every single day without you ever knowing. And when a mistake does happen, when a cell copies wrong and starts growing out of control, your body has a backup plan. You have a gene called P53. Scientists call it the guardian of the genome. When P53 detects a broken cell, it forces that cell to either fix itself or destroy itself immediately. It kills the threat before it becomes cancer. This is happening thousands of times inside you right now as you watch this. You are beating cancer every single day, and you have no idea. So think about this for a second. You woke up this morning and probably said something like, "I am so tired." But while you were yawning and complaining, your body was building 2 million red blood cells per second. It was hunting down broken cells before they turned into tumors. It was dissolving your breakfast in acid strong enough to burn through a table. It was pushing 2,000 gallons of blood through a network longer than the Earth itself. It was copying a genetic code that stretches past Pluto with near-perfect accuracy. And it was doing all of this while you were standing in front of the mirror, brushing your teeth. You are not ordinary. You never were. You are a biological miracle running on autopilot. The most extraordinary machine in the known universe is not in some lab or some factory. It is sitting right where you are, reading this right now. Stop treating your body like it is nothing. It is everything, and it has been fighting for you since the day you were born. If this video changed how you see yourself, even a little bit, hit the like button and subscribe.